And hello to my Aries friends. I'd like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'm going to be doing your free psychic tarot reading for June of 2021. Now today we are going to be looking at a storyline spread. That is a cluster shot, a wide spread buckshot of getting all of the Aries within one of the stories. Sometimes the stories are 2, 3, 4, or 5 different stories within the same spread, but that way it's good because there's usually at least one of the stories that is a home run for you and specific to you. There are a lot of Aries out there, and this helps cover that there's something for everybody in there. And it is a general reading, so it's hard to do that, but the storyline is the best tool to use for that. So that's actually what our spread today is going to be. That is what they have selected. The cards are ready. They are pre-shuffled. I do that to save time. And what I'm going to do now is bring you in here so you can watch with me. Okay. So what I'm going to do now are my ritual cuts. Basically cuts the decks into 3 different pieces and puts them back together in a different order. That satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. And I like to do this live the same way that I do in a private reading, so it's just like you're here with me. And that way I'm seeing the cards for the first time with you live, and everything is completely real, live, and legit. So let's run them and see what we have for Aries storyline. Okay, we're going to be looking at 3 stories. Looks like 2 of them are going to be complex. They're major arcana cards. Let's do it like this. One here. It'll be a little complex, but we'll get through it. You guys like long readings, right? Okay, so everything on the screen, I think. Yep. Looks like nobody got cut off. I don't think. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to switch back to the wide angle now. Gotcha. And we will continue. I'm going to start with the easy one and put the most time into our more complex stories. So story number 1. A lot of you are very defensive when it comes to work, or may need to be defensive when it comes to work. So a lot of you are under attack or dealing with some issues at work that you just don't want to deal with, or that are just generally unpleasant. It shows that there has been a small failure. I don't know if this is you or if this is something that you're dealing with, other people's failures, but you're being attacked or they're going after you in some way. That's the energy of the cards. So it's a good month for you to be defensive, to stick up for yourself, not back down, and not accept inadequate behavior from other people, especially at work, because this is what we're talking about. We're talking about work. They're bringing up friends here, so I think it's saying that there are friends at your work that you can trust. They're not saying anything bad about that, but they're by doing that, what I get out of it is kind of a tunnel vision effect where I focus on the good friends, and then that way everybody else is the opposite of that. So like you can't trust anybody except outside of your core is basically what I get out of that. Also a good time for you if you've lost touch with any work friends or just any friends in general. It would be a good month for you to reach back out because the 3 of Cups is a very social card, very social dynamic, social interaction, stuff like that. So anything, making any kind of connection back that has been lost would be a very beneficial month for you in June to do so. That completes story number 1. Story number 2. Let's go here. There's been a major delay in regards to your health is what they're talking about. This is a health message, a lifestyle message. It's saying that something has been delayed or something has taken a lot of time to come to this point. With the Hanged Man, it represents that. But it talks about something changing drastically in June. And this is like a very fast, drastic change. And it's moving you, I'm assuming, into a better area. It may not feel that way, though. It's showing incomplete, something is incomplete in health, in that this sudden, abrupt change or whatever it is, and it may just be an awakening type of experience or like scare you straight type thing, but something drastic happens fast, and that changes your course in direction toward health. So something like that may kind of force a lot of you into starting something early, or maybe doing something that you didn't do before, such as an exercise program, such as the way you eat, something like that, because it's coming up as incomplete. So that means it's not complete and it needs some attention, it needs some work. And especially since they're talking about it in a general spread, there's improvement to be made, and it's necessary because these are three major arcana cards that came up in tarot. Those are big deals, big themes. So I want to just really emphasize how important it is, especially in June, to get this healthy lifestyle straightened out. Whatever it is you're trying to do to your health, now is the time in June to do it and to stick to it. It's going to be different for everybody. For some of you, it'll be, just cardio. Some of you, it'll be changing the way you eat. Other people will be changing your prescription medicines. It can be a variety of different things, but the energy of it is all the same, and it's that there is an improvement level that needs to occur. Probably also a good time to remind you that this is a general reading, and although that is a semi-specific message, general readings are general. They're not meant to be specific. If you're looking for something specific to you, or if any of this triggers something that you want to know more about, you would need a private reading to do that, and I do offer those on my website, scottsagent.com. So as we move into story number 3, we are going to... Let's see, where do we start? A lot of you are having a hard time with love right now. It tells a very telling story. It says that in the category of love, a lot of you Aries are weak. You have a certain weakness. With the Strength card coming up inverted, which to me is weakness, it's reminding you that you have all the strength that you need. It may not feel that way. It's saying that you have all the tools to get this love life straightened out. You're not missing anything, in other words. It may feel like somebody, it shows a lot of you are dealing with somebody who has either cheated on you or done you wrong or taken something from you. It's the card of theft and loss. So a lot of you have had a hard time with love, at least the ones that apply to story 3. So the ones of you that have had a hard time with love and a struggle with it, they also show physical abuse. Or just getting beaten up emotionally about it. It doesn't necessarily have to be physical abuse, but the card physical injury comes up, and we're talking about love. So there is a blockage in the flowing of love for a lot of you Aries in June, but it's saying that you have the strength to overcome it. So whatever that means to you, find a way to step up to the plate and overcome that, so that basically you're taking your power back and you're not giving the power to the people who would cheat on you, lie to you, beat you up, and steal from you. It's the whole energy of that. And if you are in a relationship and it's a good relationship and anything I just said makes absolutely no sense to you, that's good. This message is not for you. But at the same time, just make sure you know your own strength. Regardless of your love situation, know what you're worth. Really kind of own it. You are fine just the way you are. So always remember that. It's really, this story is about your own personal power is what it amounts to. Now, real quick, I want to go over the moon cycles. We have a new moon in June, right on the 10th, so toward the beginning of the month. The new moon is the perfect time to bring something into your life that you want to bring into it. So let's look along here. So the health situation would be a perfect time to trigger toward the beginning of the month. Something you want to bring in or change that it would be a permanent take that you're taking in and going to apply. So the June the 10th would be the perfect time to do that. It doesn't have to be on the 10th, but just anywhere toward the beginning to mid-month would be a good time to take advantage of that. And then on June 24th, we have the full moon. That's the opposite energy. That's when you want to push things out of your life that don't suit you anymore and that are not beneficial to you anymore. That's like kind of like this love situation that has come up. So if there's any decisions to be made specifically toward it, or toward anything you want to get out for that matter, it doesn't have to just be about this, it can be about anything. Toward the end of the month, taking advantage of that full moon energy would really benefit you, using that cosmic energy to your advantage. So the end of the month, June 24th, is the apex of that. Again, doesn't have to be on the 24th. It can be any time toward the end of the month. It's just that the 24th is when that cosmic lunar energy is heightened and peaked. So that is your 3 storyline spreads for Aries. And we're going to conclude with an angel card, a divination card, that's going to give us a little bit more insight toward all the Aries, toward the spread of all of you. It's really time to review. What they're saying is it's really time to step back and to zoom out from everything and kind of review your life, all the little parts of it, especially the main parts. And go to the point of overanalysis, like analyze the heck out of it. Each part, because for them to stress that enough, especially in the health area, you're coming to a crossroads where things are going to be very important and you're going to make decisions. Your free will is going to make a lot of decisions that are going to affect your path and which path you take and how pleasant or not those learning experiences will be. So really kind of give everything in your life a look over in June. Give it a kind of a hard review. And you don't have to write it down, but I think lists are very good, very beneficial to do. Writing things out, the energy of that is fantastic. But it could just be in your own mind. Just before you go to bed at night, just kind of start thinking of a different area in your life. And if it's acceptable to you or not. If it is, move to the next. If it's not, start brainstorming the things that you should do and that you can put into place right now to start moving that path in a more positive direction. And of course, the new moon energy is perfect for bringing things in. So June 10th. So that just keys in on that. And I know that with the general reading, like I said, it's not going to apply perfectly to everybody. With the storyline spread, it's not supposed to, so that's fine. There's really just supposed to be at least one story in there that really hits home for you, and if we have done that, I have done my job. Now, if a private reading is more your thing, for a short time while I launch the website, the month of June, I'm offering a free, I call it a My Month reading. It's a private reading. It's just a couple cards, but it's specific to you. Where this is shared energy with all the Aries, we're specifically doing a private couple cards just for signing up to the email on the website. It's a no-brainer. It's just your email, your first name, your first initial of your last name, and your date of birth, and that's it. I only send one email a month. It's just for content updates and to let you know what's new. So it's a no-brainer. Absolutely take advantage of that. As soon as you send that through, within 24 to 48 hours, I will email you back specifically your My Month reading. So we have gone over the storyline. We have gone over the moon cycles. I think we have hit our peak here. We have hit the end of the road. June is the beginning of summer. It's going to get hot. It is also Father's Day. I'd like to wish all the fathers out there a happy Father's Day. So get out there and have some fun, and I will see you guys in July. I hope this reading was beneficial to you, and I will see you soon.